Welcome back to Exploring Whiskeys, the cocktail edition. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Adam.
All right, so we are doing the cocktail for June?
June? Right?
Yeah, we're doing the cocktail for June. So this will be our 6th episode for cocktails.
Banging them out.
Yeah, man. Delicious. All right, so today's cocktail is?
The Gold Rush.
So we're doing the Gold Rush.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got a plethora.
Irish whiskey.
Well, you're wearing green. You're good.
It's true.
The bottle I'm trying to get rid of.
No. So you're doing this with a rye, though. You're not doing it with the Irish whiskey.
Not doing it with an Irish whiskey. Not doing it with a rye. You can do it with anything. I don't think it holds up so well to a really super aged bourbon. But
Okay.
you can do a proofy one. You can do an Irish, like you suggested. Never tried a Scotch, but
You
I'm
want
sure
something a
it'll
little
work.
lighter?
Yeah.
Like
I wanted
80,
something
90 proof?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 80, 90 proof, up to 100 is fine.
Okay.
There's a reasoning behind this. I want to really taste this cocktail tonight, and I'll explain as we go along.
Okay.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. Another one out of Milk and Honey in New York. Another one. It seems like every drink
Another
I ever
one.
find.
Another one.
But the cool thing about this one is it wasn't created by a person who worked there. It was by a patron. Someone sitting on the other side of the bar.
Said,
created this
could you do
cocktail.
this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty cool
Very
story.
interesting.
Pretty cool story. So.
All right. So you're going to go through all the bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And so we're going to let Adam get to this, and then he'll walk you through it, and then we'll be back to sample.
And
See
we'll
you shortly.
vibe. Yeah.
See you
Let's
shortly.
go. Right, the Gold Rush. Fairly simple cocktail. As I said earlier, it's a very interesting story behind this one. So a guy named T.J. Siegel created this one in Milk and Honey. Good friends with the owner, childhood friends. Sasha Petruski, I believe was his name. If I ruin that, we'll anyway, nods to the owner of Milk and Honey. So TJ was in the bar one day, and he normally drinks whiskey sours, bourbon sours, technically. And at the time, Sasha was going, "Hey, man, we're making this cocktail called the honeysuckle. Essentially, it's a daiquiri with honey syrup instead of simple syrup." And tasted it, loved it. He thought, "Hey, I'm gonna mix up my cocktail that I normally order here and add the honey syrup inside my bourbon sour." So this is kind of it's a riff on the whiskey sour. Last month's cocktail. But yeah, subbing out honey syrup. So going down this tunnel of knowledge and figuring out this drink and just learning about it, I've went through the spiral of YouTube webs or that circle, and I found a couple different people who make it a few different ways, and I found a guy who made it with something called a triple syrup, which I thought, what is this guy? What is this triple syrup action? So looking into that, Dale DeGroff, another famous bartender, created this idea, thought of this, hey, this is another way to make a simple syrup. Honey syrup can be pretty sharp, and if you don't like honey, it can kind of overpower. I love it. I think honey and bourbon go great together, but I get the idea. It's got a certain mouthfeel. It kind of can be waxy at times. A lot of times when I make cocktails with people with honey, they even say, wow, this has got a lot of honey in it. So triple syrup is basically a combination of simple syrup, agave nectar, or agave syrup, and honey syrup. And the proportions I use, a cup of simple syrup, you want to do a half a cup of agave, and a fourth of a cup of the honey. So you want the honey to kind of be subtle at the end. I love it normally, so what we're going to do tonight, selfishly, I'm going to make one. We're going to do sort of a control drink. We're going to do one with honey, and then we're going to make 3 with the triple syrup. We're going to taste that against the honey and see which one we like the best. So this one, we're going to be making it with a rye whiskey, the Baby Saz. You need a shaker. This is a shaken cocktail on ice. Jigger, of course. Freshly squeezed lemon juice. And we've got our 2 syrups here. So let's go. First, we're going to add our whiskey. 2 ounces of your spirit. Also, the cool thing about this drink, even though it's a riff on the whiskey sour, it's an identical comparison, or it's the identical drink to a thing called the Bee's Knees. Have you ever heard of that cocktail from the 1920s? It's the exact same cocktail, but subbing out gin for bourbon. But this drink you can make with gin, you can make with tequila. It's one of my wife's favorite drinks with tequila. It's a great. You can even make with vodka. Kind of make a variation of a lemon drop with the honey syrup. It works with everything. Never made it with rum, but probably would work. All right, so 2 ounces of our spirit. We're gonna do 0.75 lemon juice. 0.75 of our honey. So this is a runny honey. Essentially, I do it a 2-to-1, or excuse me, I do a 1-to-1. 1 part honey, 1 part sugar. Honey's super thick, super viscous. So what you want to do is just warm up, just tap temperature, the hottest you can get your water. Mix it with your honey. Just stir it up. Takes a few minutes, but it's beautiful. It's really easy to do. 0.75 honey syrup. All right, we're gonna need some ice. Since this cocktail's on the rocks, you can serve it neat. You can serve it in a nice highball, excuse me, a nice coupe glass, neat, crushed ice, whatever you want to do. It works however you want to do it. If I was serving it neat in a coupe, I would probably double strain it to keep those extra pieces of ice off of it. But since I'm pouring this one on a big cube, no need to double strain. And to garnish this cocktail, we're going to use a nice little sliver peel of lemon. You want to express that, rub that on top. There you have it. Bees need, or Gold Rush.
All right. Well, ready to sample?
Yes, sir.
All right, so this is the control.
Our control.
Just the runny honey.
With the runny honey. Yeah,
And then all these.
Yeah, all these are with triple. Or, technically, the quadruple syrup.
Quadruple. Perfect syrup.
So the idea of Dale's, is a syrup that's not super sharp on the front. So I really agree with the regular simple syrup. I think regular whites or just white sugar simple syrup is just really sharp. It's all sugar. It's all sugar. So I added a little bit of turbinado in there. So technically it's 4. We've got white sugar and turbinado to make up the simple syrup.
Right.
So
Would you run out of one and try to just...
no, I don't ever make. I never make it anymore. I'd never make white.
You always
just
blend
clear.
it.
I
You always
always
blend
blend either Demerara or Turbinado. It just has this other kick to it, and it's so much better.
All right.
All right.
You made it.
Okay.
You should sample.
I'm gonna go first. I've probably had about 50 of these in my life anyway. I love the drink, so I know I'm gonna love it.
All right. So and with the honey, you're gonna get more of a like a sweet mouthfeel, maybe.
Yeah, more of a mouthfeel, and you can even see on the glass the honey even creates this. And there's no foam in there. That's just, that's a great drink. The honey, it comes through and it does stay there. You constantly get it, but honey, lemon,
But
and
you're
bourbon,
right. There's a honey note that is very apparent there.
yeah, stays throughout the drink. All right, so now let's go.
So now to the perfect syrup.
Yes, the perfect syrup.
Honey sticks around.
It does. That
Yeah.
honey sits there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love the nose, the fresh lemon.
And you
is
still
just
get
really
that.
good.
That's still exactly the same on this one.
Right, yeah.
You still get the
Yeah, that's a very different taste profile.
right.
I kind of like
Same
that one
cocktail.
Kinda like
I
that better?
agree. I kind of
Yeah.
like that one. I like that one. This one is changing. You go from
better. You're getting the different flavors.
yeah. You're getting
Yeah.
like, and it's like breaking apart.
Yeah.
Because now I'm getting like the more the white granulated sugar is kind of where the finish comes in to me.
I still get
That
honey.
sharp
Yeah,
part
yeah. You still
is-
I still get honey at first, but then it completely goes away.
Yeah,
Disappears.
it kind of changes over.
A
Yeah,
little
I
thinner-
think
a little
that
thinner
one.
too.
Yeah, and the foam, it does add something.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting the honey to foam up like that though, and that the fact that this one did.
To be fair, it's tough when you make. I think when you make 2 to 3 more
That's
cocktails
true.
together, even though
Well,
you,
one big batch versus a single.
Yeah.
even though you can recreate the math, there's still something to it.
That second taste is nice.
It is.
Because now you're like you've moved past the honey and you're kind of already there with the sugar.
This is like
That
more-
second sip is good.
Yeah, it's more of a comb. I don't know. There's more of the. It's different. It's different. You get a little bit of vanilla from the turbinado. I think the agave comes through a little bit.
I still like yellow.
So,
Yeah. This is good, but I
Right.
would prefer.
No, there's no. I'm not knocking this at all.
I'm not going to turn either one down if it's put
No.
in front of me. But if I had a choice, I would pick that one.
yeah.
That honey
Yeah.
plays really good with the lemon. It's really what it comes down to. That lemon juice and honey just They play really well
It's like
together.
those lemon honey cough drops.
Cough
you used to-
drops.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
It's got a little bit inside of it. That's
Yeah,
what they're doing.
yeah.
Yeah, you bite into it.
Yeah.
But with tequila, honestly, if you like this cocktail and try it with a tequila. You can do it with a Blanco,
Okay.
but if you have a Reposado sitting around, it will blow your doors off. It's a great drink. Honey and tequila just go great together as well.
So at the beginning, you stated you wanted to do the rye. What was the why? What was it that you were going for out of that versus an Irish?
Well,
Haven't
it's
used
not
the
really
rye
Irish.
before,
So
or-
a Gold Rush is not. It's traditionally with a bourbon.
Bourbon.
It's not with an Irish. I don't know. I just wanted to see.
If it's a pepper.
Baby says it's such a subtle. It's a
a
spicier,
softer,
softer
yeah.
rye, but I wanted to taste every ingredient in this drink, and I think this was one way to do it. I was gonna do Buffalo Trace. I was that close to bringing Buffalo Trace. I thought that might have been a better control, but this lower proof, I
Yeah.
wanted to taste all the ingredients. I really want to see how it played with everything, and it's a great drink. It's simple. Like I said earlier, you bring gin, you bring tequila, and bourbon to a party with.
Yeah, you're making
three different drinks.
cocktails,
And it's not completely different, of course, because
right. But they're gonna play off each other a little bit
does
differently.
great with gin. I mean,
Yeah.
it really does.
So what
Here we go.
bourbon have you used that you didn't like how it turned out?
I made it with an Elijah Craig barrel proof, and it was just
Too much.
It was just
It
too.
overpowered?
It was just, the age and the oak and the barrel notes. Not a barrel proof. I tried it with an Old Soul and I tried it with an uncut. Last time I made it uncut. The Smoke Wagon, the younger.
Yeah.
It's great. The fruit notes in that played really well with it.
Okay.
But yeah, of course
So
I drank them.
oaky, like anything aged, an oak, a leather, a tobacco type age note starts to
think
mess
it's-
with the profile.
I think it might go, but it might. I can argue how it would be good with the honey,
Be
not
better
with
with-
the triple.
Okay.
But it's our palates. I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, that's
Well, you
the
know
great.
something.
That's the great thing about this stuff. Play around. Find something you like. Find a spirit you like, and go, ooh, what would that be good with? And then just mess around.
How watermelon?
On the triple syrup one or the with the honey?
The triple syrup one. On the palate, I got like a watermelon bubblegum type note. Came through. I don't know.
I was waiting for a power suggestion. I haven't gotten it.
I haven't gotten it yet.
Haven't gotten it.
Yeah, well, whatever. Well, Adam, delicious, easy, simple,
Yeah.
nice and light for the summertime. You know,
Yeah.
it's not a heavy drink, and you're getting some fruits and
Evening pool drinker.
Yeah.
Sit at the pool.
yeah, absolutely,
It's definitely a sweet one that will lead you to another.
probably.
Good. I would say I could drink this one either before dinner as a appetizer or cocktail, or kind of that palate cleanser after dinner.
Yeah.
It'd be a good
Then
transition.
go into barrel proof or a
Yeah.
strength
Yeah.
bourbon.
Really good with a spicy dish as well. If you're eating spicy food or hot something, yeah, it cuts. It definitely helps with the heat. The honey
Nice.
and the lemon, yeah, it'll cut
Good
right through
call.
the heat.
Good call.
Solid cocktail for June.
Pleasure.
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited for July. This one's
Again,
again, that one's better, but they're both good.
we're going Scotch in July.
Scotch in July.
Scotch, huh?
Ooh,
Going Scotch
all
in
right.
July. I got an idea.
Okay,
Okay.
I might have a scotch.
We can find one.
All right, again, this is a solid cocktail, easy to make, very easy to make. I'm actually probably gonna go home and try to get my own little Gold Rush kit.
I'm making simple syrup this weekend, so.
There you go.
So, well, we hope you enjoyed Adam's making the Gold Rush cocktail for the month of June. I know we all enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
With either the honey or the triple syrup. We hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you did, we'd encourage your support and ask you to hit that like button at the bottom of the screen.
While you're down there, subscribe. We put out content like this about twice a week, and we are continuing to try to grow the channel. Really would love to hit 1,000 before the end of the year. It's a stretch, but that's the goal. That's where we're going for.
Yeah.
So,
Leave a comment and say how bad the triple syrup is compared to the honey. No, I really like. This is good stuff.
Yeah.
Give it a go. I think it's going to be a staple.
or if you have a suggestion for a cocktail,
Yep.
we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
we're always looking to experiment. Well, he's always looking to experiment.
looking,
We're always looking to enjoy the experiments.
Yeah, we reap those benefits too.
Yes, we do.
So, well, thanks for watching.
See you on the next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.